Hello my little acorns and welcome to a new video, or if you're new here, hello, I'm Sarah. I'm an illustrator and I'm obsessed with fall. This video is actually my October and November vlog in which I mostly work on my October drawing challenge, bake, and do other fun fall activities, so I hope you guys enjoy! So October tends to be one of the busiest months for me, and one of the reasons why is because of my drawing art challenge, which I've been doing for the past 3 years now. And I mean like curating my own drawing challenge, so not really doing someone else's like Peachtober. So mine is actually inspired by Over the Garden Wall, which is one of my favorite cartoons of all time. And the one drawing that I'm working on here is actually day 8, which the theme was dagger for. And I definitely knew when I went into this drawing that I wanted to do something a little more simple because the days before this one were pretty intense and took a lot of effort, so I just wanted to do something that didn't take a lot of brain power but still tied in with the others in terms of theme. And the main inspiration for this piece was Sarah Kippen, who makes these gorgeous medieval illustrations that have very intricate line work and details, and I'm just absolutely obsessed with their work. So as you can see, I'm kind of going to Pinterest and I'm looking for reference pictures, and 2 specific ones that I picked was this dagger and shirt, which I want that shirt so bad. Like the sleeves and the detailing and everything about it, I'm absolutely obsessed with it. Like it's so gorgeous. And then I'm working on the dagger here, which is obviously the most important element of the entire piece. So I also wanted to talk a little bit about the process of working on these October drawing challenge pieces. So because if you follow me on Instagram, you mostly have seen these before, and I think most people don't actually know that I start working on these on the iPad because obviously they are traditional pieces. And technically I'm not starting on the iPad. I start in this little notebook that you can see on the left side, where I kind of just start to doodle and make little thumbnails of my ideas and what I actually want to do. Sometimes there's like multiple ideas that I put down. So for example, for this dagger one, before this like Victorian elfling person, I actually had this little mushroom that had like a kind of like a curved dagger in their hand. So I usually mess around with the ideas and then I just pick one that I end up doing for the final sketch. And if you saw the start of this, you could see that I actually pulled the face of the person from a sketch that I did. So I took a picture of it and then I transferred it into Procreate. So sometimes even those sketches end up being in the final sketch, so which is pretty cool. But yeah, so overall I didn't really make this super complicated, but then the details inside the actual figure ended up being complicated. So, and then once I'm done with the sketch, I print out the design onto just a regular printing paper, and then I end up transferring that to my watercolor paper. So I have this like light box that allows me to transfer these images onto watercolor papers, and then I just go from there. And you know, I start working on tracing it with I'm using just like a red leaded mechanical pencil, which is like my go-to. Like I use that for pretty much every kind of sketching. I personally do not like just using like a regular pencil because I constantly need to sharpen it, and I don't like that. Even though with the mechanical pencil there's still like the struggle of the lead breaking like all the time and you still have to change it, but still I prefer it more. It's just the line is constant. I don't really need like the pencils like markings to be very apparent in these pieces because I cover it up with line work anyways. But yeah, so I don't know if this process is like the best way to do this. It's probably a lot more complicated than it should be, but it works for me because Procreate allows me to make changes very easily and not feel like there's like a pressure to create a sketch that needs to be absolutely perfect on this watercolor paper. And people who use watercolor paper or any type of like paper with texture know that like as many times as you erase on it, it just takes the texture away. So, and I'm a very indecisive person. So when I'm sketching, I'm making so many changes on everything. Like there's a very rare occasion when I'm not making a lot of changes. And in this specific instance, also I had like a very specific idea for the face, and I knew I couldn't get this right just one time. Like I had to like draw it in the notebook and then draw it again on Procreate, and then it even changed as I was like inking and transferring. So I knew if I had like one chance of drawing it right, I would totally screw it up. So it really allows me to just move things around and just not feel the pressure of getting it perfect. Which, by the way, talking about inking, I am using the Pentel brush pen here, which is my go-to brush pen, and it's my ride or die brush pen. Like once you get one of these babies, you don't need another brush pen, I swear. Like I have tried so many different brush pens and this is like my go-to. So anyways, I really love this process and it has worked for me for the past like 3 years now. So if you're more of a digital artist than a traditional one, but you would still want to do like traditional artwork, I would highly recommend this process because it still makes you be more like fluent and have the access to changing your artwork multiple times and not have to be very precise right on the first time you're sketching. Even though I know graphites are erasable and pencils are erasable, the iPad just kind of gives you more access to move things around and just allows you a more fluid way of working. So I would just see what process works for you. I have heard many people even say that they do the complete opposite. So they draw something traditionally with, you know, a graphite pencil or just some sort of pencil, and then they scan that in and then they work in it digitally. So if that works for you, that's awesome. So I'm finished with the piece, so we are taking it to the printer where I scan it. And once the scanner is done, I just pull the image into Photoshop and Lightroom just to kind of fix the colors so they look exactly how I want them to look. Like sometimes when you scan it, the colors are just a little bit off, like they're too bright or they're not super accurate. And Lightroom I just kind of use to add like little extra elements in there to make sure that all of the pieces are consistent for Instagram. And I also sometimes like resize it for it to fit on Instagram, because these are all 8.5 by 11, and I think 8.5 by 11 doesn't fit on Instagram's like sizing. I don't know, so I do that. But if you guys want me to go into October drawing challenges more and talk about how I feel about them and how is it running one and curating my own list, just let me know, and I can definitely make like a whole video about that and showcase some of these artworks that I've made in the past couple of years. So it's October 25th. And I recently, I think last week, went out to a bookstore to buy some new books because there was this new release of this book that I have been anticipating on getting. So it was released on the 18th, if I believe, and I do think I picked it up on the 18th as well. And then there was this other book that I also been wanting to get, so I just kind of got both of them on the same day. So one of the books is 12th Grade Night, which is a graphic novel, and it's based on Shakespeare's Twelfth Night. But it's like a queer version of it, which is so cool. And it was illustrated by one of my favorite artists, Jamie Green. And it was just so delightful. I already finished it. I finished it the day of me getting it. It was just so lovely and so cute and so queer, and I highly recommend it to anybody who just wants like a sweet little story. And it's just so funny because I love the movie She's the Man. It's just such like a lovely interpretation of this story, and like done really, really well, and the illustrations are just absolutely gorgeous, and the whole story is just so incredibly funny that I was laughing and at the same time crying because there were some sad moments, but it's very heartfelt, and God, the illustrations are just absolutely everything in this. So I highly recommend it if you just want like a cozy little read. So that's one of them, and then the other one is Lavender House. So this one is a historical queer novel, and it's a mystery novel, and it's about this soap company, and I don't even know where it's located. San Francisco. So it's located in San Francisco, and the owner of the soap company was found in her mansion, and this police officer is hired by her widow because actually this soap company owner was queer and she had a wife. So she hires this police officer who was recently fired because he was found in a raid at a gay bar, and he goes to the mansion and finds all of these other queer people there who just kind of find this kind of like hideout where queer people can be themselves, but the family obviously hides a lot of secrets, and he tries to find out if the owner of the soap company was actually by one of her family members. So it's kind of like a mixture of Knives Out and what was the other thing that I think it was mentioned. I think it's just like a queer Knives Out, but I've already like gotten into it and it's so good. I have high expectations of this book, and most of the time when I'm reading mystery novels, it's usually, I find out if the book is like really, really good, if it's like a 5 out of 5 for me, if the twist is good. So I need the twist for this one to be good for it to count as a 5 out of 5. Definitely am interested on how this one is going to turn around. So, but yeah, I'm very excited about these two books. Currently, I'm definitely recommending this one, but this one I have no idea about. So, but I'm very excited to be back to reading and reading some new releases. I haven't really been getting any new releases. I've just been reading books that I have occasionally been finding on the internet. So it's very cool to read like a new release book and like a brand new book that just came out. So yeah, I'm very excited. And honestly, this cover is kind of amazing. And then like when you take the book jacket off, it's like such a pretty purple. I love it. It's so gorgeous. I love how this book looks like. And I'm glad I got like a hardcover version of it. I am really hoping this is gonna be a good book because I usually want hardcover version of books that I would read again. So yeah, so these are the two books that I got. And I also got 2 packages that I'm very excited to open. So let's open those up as well. So the first one is an order from Leigh, and I absolutely adore her packaging. I just really love these printed do not band and personalized do not band envelopes. And I just love this like please recycle cow. It's so freaking cute. So I'm very excited to open this. I only ordered a sticker because she has these like Halloween stickers every single year. I think it's like a tradition of hers now to make them, and I absolutely adore them every single year. And this year she made them glow in the dark, so I'm very excited about them. So here's the little sticker. It's so cute. I love that it's holding a little pumpkin. Adorable. I love that. And it came with a thank you card, which is so pretty. Oh my god, I love the raccoon. Absolutely lovely. I adore it. I'm always excited to order from her because she's so incredible. So the other one is from Veronica Porlier. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And I just recently started following them, and I just really like all of their art because it's very whimsical and so cute. And also their art space is so amazing. Like they have all of these like colorful stuff on their wall, and I just love it. Like kind of in the same style as these little like colors on their packaging, which I love. I love this little caterpillar, and I love the pumpkin on here as well. Oh my god, this is so freaking cute. Oh my god. Oh my god, it has a little eraser in it. Oh my god, I love that. That's so cute. Oh, the packaging is absolutely everything. Right, I'm gonna try to be very gentle with this. I also just decided to treat myself for like the spooky season. So that's also why I just got these, because these are both kind of like Halloween themed. I'm gonna open it from this side. Like, I love how the entire packaging is Halloween themed. I love that. Alright. Okay, so the first thing that I got was this notepad, this like ghost notepad that just says boo. And I just really like it because it kind of is perfect for writing lists, and I tend to write like lists on my sticky notes. So it's kind of perfect for that, and it's so adorable. Wow, and the paper is very thick, like it's super nice. And then I also got 2 stickers. So it's the caterpillar that was on the packaging as well, and this like clementine orange character that they have. I love it so much. It's so cute. And then there's also this thank you card. So cute. I think this is another sticker, but I'm not exactly sure. But it's so cute. I think I'm just gonna leave it on there. But this thank you card is so freaking cute. Yeah, I just love everything. My little Halloween haul. So while scrolling through Instagram, we discovered this DIY project where Sheila Sarti, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, made this adorable straw witch hat. So obviously we had to try it for Halloween, and oh my god, it was so much work. Like, pretty much we had to disassemble a whole hat to get these like straw materials. I quite literally don't know what these are called. Like, you know that like straw material that they make straw hats out of? I don't know what that is. Like straw? Whatever. To create a cone on top of the hat and pretty much cover that in the straw material, like the strings that I just took apart by disassembling it. So here you can see me taping the cone on top of the other hat. So you pretty much have to buy 2 hats because one of the hats you're disassembling to use for the little pointy hat point of the hat. And here we are gluing the string onto the cone, which was a lot of work, and it was a lot of hot glue. Like, I think I literally had to ask my parents to go get more hot glue for us because I literally, like, we ran through like multiple packs of these, and I burned myself like multiple times with the hot glue. But you know, that's just how it is for us craft girlies. Like, we gotta do this for our DIY project. So but yeah, overall it was so much fun, and decorating was definitely my favorite part. I was kind of going for this forager vibe with plants and flowers, and I wanted to put some mushrooms in there, but we couldn't find any at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, so I ended up going with just little pumpkins, which was honestly very fitting for the Halloween vibe. But yeah, I love these little mosses sitting on there, and the flowers are really cute. So just overall very adorable. And at the very end we also added this super cute lace strap so that can kind of we can, you know, tie below our chin. So it was very cute, and this is how it turned out. And oh my god, it's kind of giving me like Aunt Adelaide vibes from Over the Garden Wall. I don't know why, but it just does. So hear me out. Yeah, it was super fun, and I really enjoyed doing the whole thing. It's November 7th and I have a couple of packages that I need to pack up still. I got a big chunk of them done last week, but I got some the last couple of days. And also I have some Etsy orders that I have to pack up because I have this like separate shop where I put some charms up that I was having a kind of a hard time selling. One of them is a Luz and Emily charm from Owl House, and the other one is our Flagman's Death charms that I did a pre-order for. And I kind of overestimated how many orders I was gonna get, so I ordered a little bit more. And I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to sell them at markets because they are very niche. So I kind of just put them up there. So I occasionally have to package some Etsy orders as well. So I have to do that, and I have some from my own shop, which is very exciting. I just had my Halloween update 2 weeks ago, and it went really well. I think people really enjoyed some of the new stuff that I was creating. I did sticky notes and washi tapes. I got this like big bulk of washi tape order, which was super exciting. I really like the company I was working with, so that's pretty cool. And I have a market coming up this Sunday, so I also have to start prepping for that. I have to make like inventory and just make a list of everything that I want to bring there. I also have some prints I need to print for that and stickers I need to cut. So this week is probably gonna be working on that on top of school stuff. So it's gonna be a pretty busy week, but I'm very excited. And I also just got, last week I finished my screen printing assignment, which was super fun to do. So this is how it ended up turning out. So I kind of based the design off of this like cloud character that I have, that I think I drew last year for October, and then a year before for like just a sketch in my sketchbook, and I've kind of just been building on top of that. So it's pretty much like a design for an imaginary club, the morning walk club, and I just did this cute little character. And I have like a couple of like nature things around him that I just see on my morning walks, because I like to go on walks in the morning. I kind of have been abandoning it lately because it has been so busy, and I kind of just like to get my sleep in and then go to work or go to school or just start working on things, but hope to get back into it. But yeah, so this is the design for that. It has 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 5 layers, so every single color you see here has been like printed individually. So it took like a couple of weeks of work to get it done, and the black was the hardest to get done because the exposure was just not working. But I'm so happy it turned out pretty cute. I really love the colors. The colors turned out exactly how I wanted them, so very satisfied with that. And because I had the screen still with the last black layer on it, I thought I could make tote bags for this weekend for the market. So I just printed 12 tote bags, and they turned out so cute. Some of them a little bit rough. I think there's like 2 tote bags that kind of just didn't turn out exactly how I wanted them, but the rest of them were really cute. So here's a tote bag, and it was just so fun to make my own tote bags because like I tend to just order them. So finally having to do like the process of how they actually make them when you order them from a manufacturer, because that's the method they're using, they're screen printing it. So it was super cool to do it myself, and it was kind of cheaper to do it myself anyway. So I'm just very grateful to have this opportunity. Because of school I can print my own things and have all of these prints now that I can bring to markets and sell them. I'm hoping to sell the actual like colored prints as well in an edition, because I only made like 9 of them, I think. So I'm hoping to sell some of them. 2 of them, one of them I traded with another person, and then another one I gave to my professor because she wanted to exhibit it at this like art event we have at school. So I only have like 7 of them, I think, to sell, and I'm keeping one for myself, so technically 6. But yeah, so I hope people will like them this weekend. I'm very excited, and now I gotta get to packing. So yeah, I'm excited, and I'm hoping to have my Inktober's up. Inktober's, they're not Inktober's, they're like from my drawing challenge, my October drawing challenge, up very soon as well. I've just been falling behind on absolutely everything, so hoping to have those up as well, and have like a little smaller shop update with just like the prints and the originals, maybe a couple of stickers, like newer stickers, but I'm not sure yet. So yeah, I'm very excited, and I need to get back to work now. So this was my October and November vlog, and thank you so much for coming along with me and watching this video. I hope to see you guys in the next one, and have a wonderful day. Bye!